Tonight, we continue our special report with our colleagues at the Herald-Tribune on real estate flipping, the fraud that some people turned to during the real estate boom, and the consequences that we are still seeing today. Tonight, we bring you our exclusive interview with Linda Osuna, IRS Special Agent in charge at the Tampa Field Office for IRS Criminal Investigations.
It was just a festering mess for these people that wanted to commit crimes.
The crime of mortgage fraud has been around for a long time, but IRS Special Agent Linda Osuna says it became a critical problem about 5 or 6 years ago. That's when real estate prices were rising and mortgage requirements were loosening.
And they utilized those opportunities that were really set forth to help people and utilize it to just commit crimes.
In an exclusive interview, Osuna spoke with us about efforts to dismantle criminal organizations and one case in particular.
In the Husani case with the $82 million fraud was obviously a case that IRS was fit to work.
Prosecutors say Neil Mohammed Husani ran a scheme that involved buying large or very valuable pieces of property like this one, inflating their values by selling them to a business associate and getting loans that not only covered their transaction but left them with millions extra.
This was a mortgage fraud scheme. Husani led the scheme, and he got a group of individuals to purchase commercial property and have the property appraised at values much higher than it was worth. They lied to the banking institution by telling them that they had money in accounts that were there to show that they had good faith money, which they did not. They lied to many people along the way, and in this case, it resulted in a horrible scheme that was ultimately prosecuted.
Husani and 3 others were indicted in that case for mortgage fraud and money laundering. Builder Michael Tringali pleaded guilty to 1 count of mortgage fraud and was sentenced to about 3.5 years in prison. Attorney John Yanchek pleaded guilty to 3 counts of mortgage fraud and money laundering and has been sentenced to 5 years in prison. Mortgage consultant Larry Nardelli pleaded not guilty to mortgage fraud and money laundering. He was convicted of both crimes and is set to be sentenced in August. Husani was arrested in Jordan and released on bail. He now awaits extradition to the U.S.
I'm confident in our justice system, and I'm confident in our partners, and at some point all those who were responsible will be held to justice for this.
In financial crimes, just like others, though, the damage is often already done once the case reaches a court. Osuna says mortgage fraud schemes often pull in others who think they might be able to make money, but the result is far different.
We're looking at it from the financial crime standpoint and putting someone in jail, but it doesn't always answer the problem, because then you have a lot of people that have been financially torn apart by the whole crime.
Osuna told us IRS Criminal Investigations gets involved in these cases in a number of ways, including informants, the U.S. Attorney's Office, and banking information. We do want to remind you that our colleagues at the Herald-Tribune continue their series this week in the Herald-Tribune and online at heraldtribune.com. And to see any of our special reports again, you can visit the website.